Is that you're down into what exactly he's going to say specifically tonight. And Vice President Biden, you're saying, is going to try and call him on that. A large part of this debate, at least some of it, possibly half, is going to deal with foreign policy. You were asked today about Libya. And specifically on the back and forth about what the administration has said and done. Here's what you said on CNN today about that.
The entire reason that this has become the political topic it is, it's because of Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan. It's a big part of their stump speech, and it's reckless and irresponsible.
But Stephanie,
The entire reason it's become the political topic it is. Now, obviously, you know the Romney-Ryan campaign jumped on that, but even from the left, you had Mother Jones saying this, quote, Benghazi might be an issue because, you know, 4 Americans were murdered by militants. A lot of people jumped on that comment, Stephanie.
Well, mostly people associated with the Romney campaign.
No, I mean, this person is from Mother Jones. I mean, that's not exactly a right-wing organization.
I was asked why it became such a political circus. And who was the first person to respond to the Libya attacks? It was Mitt Romney. And Mitt Romney was criticized for that response because it was political by national news organizations and was asked to apologize by national news organizations. And he's continued to attack the president on the response to Libya.
The White House
but Brett,
responded to the same Cairo embassy release and disavowed that same release the same night.
Well, Brett,
and then 7 days after the attack, 2 days after Susan Rice got on 6 Sunday shows and said that the attack was tied to this video, the Benghazi attack, the president went on Letterman and said this to David Letterman about the Libya attack, tying it to the video.
You had a video that was released by somebody who lives here, sort of a shadowy character who is extremely offensive video directed at Muhammad and Islam.
Making fun of the Prophet Muhammad.
Making fun of the Prophet Muhammad. And so this caused great offense in much of the Muslim world. But what also happened was extremists and terrorists used this as an excuse to attack a variety of our embassies, including the consulate in Libya.
Now, the State Department holds a conference call just the other day, and the reporter asked what in all these events that you described led officials to believe for the first several days that this was prompted by protests against the video. Senior State Department official 2 answers, quote, that is a question that you would have to ask others. That was not our conclusion. In other words, the State Department did not conclude that Benghazi was tied to the video.
Well, that's because it was an intelligence conclusion. But
the State Department and the intelligence.
Brett, let's back up for a second. What are you suggesting here? Are you suggesting that we're playing politics with this?
I'm not suggesting anything.
You
said that
you have to
the entire reason this has become the political topic.
Right.
4 people are dead.
Absolutely. And this administration, let me just get my sentence out. This administration has treated this entire tragedy with the utmost seriousness to get to the bottom of the attacks, hold the perpetrators accountable, and make sure that it never happens again. That's why we are being responsible and diligent about our investigation. Now, at the same time that we're doing that, we have 2 people campaigning around the country accusing us of covering something up. Just yesterday, Mitt Romney accused us of covering this up. You know how investigations go.
So
investigations take time to uncover.
Jump to tie it to the video?
And as information has become available, the administration has made that information public.
There was no protest.
Okay, how about this?
Take
a look at the Director of National Intelligence statement, which you may disagree with, but you can't accuse them of playing politics. His statement 2 weeks after the attack said there was an original conclusion that the people were taking advantage of protests surrounding that video to attack the embassy. We then learned, weeks later, that it was a deliberate, premeditated attack by terrorists. Now, that's what responsible people do when they're conducting an investigation and releasing information so the American people can ever understand
we have to go,
what happened
Stephanie,
in this country.
I have to go. I'm sorry. Thank you for this time. We'll be on the